There we go. I can see it now. For some reason, I wasn't seeing any chat in the IRC client, but it's
the IRC
working
client
now.
does do that sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we're
Sorry, Steve.
we are off.
This game can just be awful to you sometimes.
So first order of business is to grab the wooden sword, of course.
Yep, we will see both of these players taking. I don't know about the same route here.
So I think both runners are doing exactly the opposite of what I thought was going to happen. It looks like Eunos is doing a 2 first route.
Eunos is going 2 first here.
And Maligord is doing 3 first, which is, in my opinion, in most people's opinion, the harder route. At least early. They kind of converge at the end, but... Eunos doing some swaggy HUD clips here.
Yeah, he's going to be showing off a lot of different clips here, I think. He's in HUD. Eunos just avoiding everything.
That is the fastest way to get to 2. I mean, he did it kind of slow, but if you want to scroll to 2 on the 2 first route, that is the fastest way to do it up in the HUD.
Yeah.
Clipping in the HUD is a little bit strange because you can't see what's actually there. Actually is stuff up there. It's actually related to I believe the top few tiles on the screen you're on, but it's offset by a half a tile, so it's kind of hard to know what's going on up there unless you kind of.
That's a shame on Maligord's side. He got a rupee drop because he killed the Tektite outside of 3. That would have been a bomb drop had he not killed that Tektite.
He gets another bomb anyway somehow. He must have killed other things along the way.
Yeah.
So he just got a random bomb and the room drop. That's interesting. I'm not going to
pretend I know how this game works anymore.
Well, yeah, the next random bomb drop is until 6, so...
Yeah, that makes sense then. If, he killed other stuff outside.
So I guess we could explain that a little bit. So in this game, there's 2 different counters going on at all times. There's a consecutive kill counter and a global kill counter. The global kill counter never resets. It starts at 0 at the beginning of the game, and it counts up every time you kill something. Every enemy has a chance of dropping an item, or if it's an item-dropping enemy. And depending on what number you're on in the global count determines what item they could drop. So, for example, on the bomb-dropping group, numbers 1, 6, and 8 have a chance to drop a bomb.
Correct. And if you missed it earlier on Eunos' side, he got a bomb off the Moldorm. He got his consecutive counter to 9, and then killed the 10th enemy with a bomb and didn't take a hit until the Moldorm dropped an item. In this case, it was a forced bomb.
Yep, and that's how the consecutive counter works. You can also kill the 10th enemy with a sword or any other weapon, really, and it'll give you a 5 rupee instead of a bomb.
Yeah, and Eunos clearing out in a pretty good time there. The Dongo went upright, and
Eunos just clipped into the bomb door there.
Honestly, anytime the Dongo goes any direction but the one you want to, you just cry a little.
Yeah. And Maligord unfortunately took a death to a trap there, trying to go through the bomb hole. Which, it's not a horrible death. He's going to lose a little time there, but he can just walk right back to manhandle his room.
Yeah. One thing to keep in mind here is there is a death rule in this. If you die in a dungeon, you have to go back to that room sometime during the run. If you die on the overworld, you have to go back to that spot on the overworld immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And Eunos is...
Yeah, he's in level 5. So I'm not even pretend to know what Eunos is doing anymore. So we started this run with level 2, then 5.
He can't complete 5. He does need a ladder in order to complete it. He is going for the recorder here. So
he's gonna be warping around early, I guess. Is that? I've never seen him do this route, so 2 whistle route, I guess, is what we're calling it in
this
chat.
Is something. Maligord gets his first Triforce at 408. Not a bad time for somebody who does not have a PB.
Yeah, 408 for level 3 with a death. That's nothing wrong with that at all.
No. JSR is pointing out this is the route he ran in the bounty. This is also why JSR probably didn't win the bounty. That being said, this is actually a route that I have thought of as well during how do I want to test this game out more and see what I can do with it. This is something that has also crossed my mind, is doing this.
Yeah, I feel like with Up+A, this would be a lot more optimal because he could just Up+A out of the recorder there. He's going to have to walk all the way out now.
Yeah, he can Up+A due to the fact that we have that no Up+A restriction.
Yes.
Maligord goes into 2. He's debating on bombing and very wisely skips it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what his count was at because he didn't get the bomb drop from Manhandla, but if he is aware of his count, he still does have bombs. He's going to need to force some in here.
Yes.
What you're seeing him try to do now is there's actually a block in that corner. This room has diagonal blocks, from like left to right going up to the corner there.
Yes.
And he was just trying to do a block clip through it. We'll explain block clips more when you can actually see the block, I guess.
Yeah, well, Eunos did do a block clip.
Yeah, he's done a few. Block clips and screen scrolls in this game are kind of the two, I guess, glitches you'll see. Basically, we're lining Link up on a specific pixel for both tricks, and we're doing a one-frame tap perpendicular direction to what Link is facing.
Yeah, ultimately, yeah.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say you can also the block clips you can buffer with the swords. You do not have to do one-frame taps. Same thing with left to right screen scrolls, but not right to left.
Correct. Party Bones, what Up+A is on the second controller, it forces a game reset. You'll pull up the death screen, basically, and it's to prevent death warping and such for this category.
Yeah, the true any percent run of this game is slightly faster. I think the PB right now is about a minute faster, maybe less than that, maybe 45 seconds or so. I'm not exactly sure, but
Up+A
it does save time to Up+A, but it's also dangerous in many cases because you restart with 3 hearts, no matter how many heart containers you have.
Yeah, and one of the key differences between the two routes is the Up+A route stops using Up+A like after the second dungeon or something.
Yeah, I think you only use it 4 or 5 times, if I'm not mistaken, so it's not heavily used, but
Maligord's bomb situation is right now very sketchy. He does have enough if he's gonna bomb up into this room to the rupee room, but with his bomb count the way it is right now, he has to skip error key. Oh no, he doesn't.
Well, he doesn't have to, but he's just gonna have no bombs. Yeah, one way or the other. He could have gone around and gotten the key, but
yeah. Eunos is out of bombs as well here, and Eunos is taking an alternate route because he
Eunos took a face full of Stalfos while he was trying to force a bomb, so he lost his chance to get more.
Yeah.
Oh, and he takes a death to a Gorilla Boomerang to the back there.
Ouch. One thing to note is Eunos is usually used to having a ladder here.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to know why he's doing this route. I wonder if he just wanted to show off like a different route, because I'm sure he's not going to do this in all his races, but
quite possibly. He's going to pick up another key right here. He's going to be excluding a key from his run then. If I had to guess what key he's excluding, it's going to be the key 9. Dizzy Rabbit, in and out of 1 is to force the key door open in 1. The game remembers which door you come in and out of. So in order for you to do that, because the game does that, when you go in and out, the game thinks you've come out of the top of level 1, and thus it forces open the door. Eunos didn't DQ, he's going back to the room. Unfortunately, Maligord taking a death to poor Gliok.
Yeah, Gliok's level 4 is a huge reset point on this route. It's probably one of the harder levels. It is one of the harder levels in the route.
This is probably one of the big gatekeepers besides the whistle in 5.
Yeah.
You know,
4 hearts for the whole dungeon is, I mean, you can get hit in like every room here and get a full heart taken off.
Yeah, Gliok is no joke at 5 hearts. Or 4 hearts, rather.
And you're also at the mercy of trying to force... Usually you have to try to force at least 1 bomb in this level, and you want to leave the level with, you know, at least like 4 bombs, so you can force more later on your way to 1, and then ultimately level 5, where you want to have a good amount of bombs.
Yes. Because Maligord does not have any bombs leading into leaving here, he's probably going to have to go 2 after this, rather than World Record Route, which says 5 is next.
Yeah, we'll see what he does. He could also get lucky in the overworld with a random bomb dropping enemy. But that's, you know, unless he farms for a while, the chances are a little bit slim there.
He does have a couple chances coming up in level 1. Eunos picking up the level 1 Triforce after taking a boomerang to the knee.
Maligord slowly taking care of Gleeok. He is down to 1 heart. Gleeok's fireballs do a full heart of damage. If you body Gleeok, though, or I'm sorry, if you hit him in the head, I don't know what his body does, but the head actually does 3/8 of a heart, which is the only enemy in the game that does not do either a heart or a half, or, you know, a multiple of a half heart, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. It's Gleeok is weird.
Yeah.
Like, this is a weird fight. Its timing is random. Where it fires is random. It's not a predictable fight. It can go really badly in such a hurry.
Yeah, the one thing you know is that there can only be 1 fireball on screen at a time, and he just took that 3/8 heart of damage you saw there, so he's still showing a full heart, but he has 5/8 of a heart right now.
Yeah, which means he can actually take another Gleeok hit, but not a fireball hit. Now.
Took the fireball hit, unfortunately, as he killed him.
Oh, double kill! That's...
He will be back, unfortunately, as far as I know. I believe Gleeok will be back when he gets there.
Yes, Gleeok will be back because you didn't leave the room.
Yeah.
Eunos is taking what was exclusively any percent Up+A route and has been adapted into now a no Up+A route as well. Taking the top route for the guaranteed bombs.
Yep, and if he needed to, he could also get those bombs on the way back in the room, you know, the Darknet room that you normally see people get bombs in at the beginning of the run.
Yes.
But I don't believe he'll be doing that. I think he's going to go top route back. Yep.
Yeah, he'll go top route back because it's a loss of a key if he doesn't.
Exactly, yep. Doing this route does change the spawns at the end of the dungeon, so Manhandla is actually going to be in a different spot than most people are used to seeing him. He's going to be like across the room to the right.
Yeah. Which is actually a normal spawn that Eunos deals with when he does any percent runs with the Up+A, because Up+A puts him back that direction.
I have a little trouble here. He's going to have to sort him down. He's not going to waste any more bombs. Just got the 1 left. He's going to need to force some now, so his count should be at 1. At least he knows his count, yeah.
Yeah, Manhandla not being friendly, but you know, it's Manhandla with that spawn. That spawn is never good.
You also notice Eunos does have the white sword. Usually on 2 first routes, it actually is... The white sword is kind of out of the way, but it's actually faster to get it on those routes because it lets you kill things faster and such. So if you're going to do that route anyway, you might as well have a little more power.
Exactly. Eunos saw that he got a clock off that bomb dropper, so he's going to increase his counter by 2 and get a bomb drop. And another bomb. Alright, Eunos, didn't need the second one, Eunos. But that just shows, you know, Eunos knows exactly where he is in his global counter. He knew after seeing the clock that he ran the chance of getting 2 more bomb drops based on how he killed those enemies.
Clock is a good way to determine. That's one of the only ways I really, other than bombs dropping randomly. It's hard to really keep track of the global the whole run, obviously, and it's hard to memorize it too, because it's like 40 different things you have to memorize. This, you know, 4 groups of enemies and 10 different things they can drop.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you see a clock, there's only 2 places on that list of 40 that a clock can drop, and it's one group number 3 and one group number 6. So you know exactly where you are when you see a clock, depending on which enemy dropped the clock.
Yes. And I do agree that Maligord should probably go and come back to this dungeon.
Yeah, that's usually the strat if you die to Gleeok, I believe, is to just leave it and come back when you're more powerful.
Yeah,
But
it is.
he wants to beat him, so we'll see. We'll get another shot. Ideally, he wants to just try to get there with more health, so he can have a little bit of leeway.
Yeah.
I mean, I've died plenty of times to Gleeok entering that room with 4 hearts and beams, so it's not an easy fight.
No. Yeah, even with beams, you can't do a duck and weave. You know, you have to be semi-aggressive with it.
He could use the pause strats. Those are tough for me, because pause is on the select button, and it's just awkward for me to do, but we'll see a lot of people...
Hey, they high-fived in that room.
Did they? Yeah.
Yes, they did. This ladder clip that Maligord's trying to do is not an easy one. Link has to straddle that ladder perfectly and then do a 1-frame tap up or down to turn around like that.
Yeah, anytime you see any of those clips that are not buffered by the sword, it's a 1-frame tap on the D-pad and an exact pixel location for Link.
So this Gleeok is going to go down ridiculously fast because it's only going to take 8 hits, and yeah.
Yep. White sword, little OP. I mean, you are actually intended to have that sword for that dungeon. Yes. As far as, you know, the creators of the game, I would assume. Eunos is clipping into the water to whistle, interestingly enough. And the raft just go... What was this? I've never seen that before.
Is he
showing? That was insane. He's just showing stuff off now. I've never seen that before. The Roo...
By raft. Okay, so this is actually something that I believe was discovered by Roo Slugs.
Oh man.
It's the recruiter warp and puts the wind in Link sails. Yeah, this is something that Roo Slugs has found out, that the game actually does glitch out. The game reads the recorder information wrong and takes you to a different place. And in this case, Eunos does know exactly where it's going.
I don't think anyone has ever seen... Eunos is probably like hiding that from the majority of the public to use that in this race. That was amazing. No one in chat even knows what's going on. I knew about it
because Roo Slugs came in and was like, hey, why did this happen? And I'm just like, what did you exactly do?
That is amazing. Alright, anyway, Eunos is in level 7 now, and Maligord is heading over to level 1.
Yes.
So it's hard to since they did different routes anyway, it's hard to tell, like, really who's in the lead. I'm pretty sure Eunos is in the lead since Maligord took all those deaths, but it's hard to just look and tell just by, you know, what dungeon they're in.
Eunos has definitely got a leg up here because of how long Maligord was in 4. Eunos did buy the bait, and my guess would be he's doing Red Candle, and he's going to pick up the 100 secret just south of here. Once he's done, and then he's going to go into the arrow shop just below the Heart Coast. The Heart Coast, yes.
The Heart Coast.
Heart Coast. And pick up the arrows there, and his shopping will be done from there. Maligord is having to use an extra key here because he did not have bombs.
Yeah, he's gonna have to... trying to think of where he's gonna get some bombs unless he can get lucky. These gorillas can drop bombs if he's on the right place in the global.
Yeah. There's a bomb drop for Eunos. Yes, the game was tricked into taking a second quest. My guess is the flag is set differently. But that is an excellent observation, CCX, and you should have used the bombs, Eunos.
Alright, so here's... when you get the red candle, you get these horrible spawns in this reverse sea room, and Eunos is, of course, getting nice luck. The bubbles didn't go anywhere near him. But the regular spawns on the non-red candle route for that room are much better. The bubbles generally don't bother you.
Yeah, and that room is just awful. Honestly,
it's a bad room. Yeah,
it's one of the rooms that you just want to not necessarily throw a controller at, but you're really close, and that's a mess of. That's a lot of bombs, Eunos.
We almost had a banana grab, but he decided to not grab it. He's looking for bombs. Nothing wants to drop bombs. Maligord, that is. Wallmasters can't drop bombs, but he is killing them anyway. I'm not sure if he knows that or not.
No, he's looking for a 5 rupee, would be my guess.
Oh, okay.
And he's also probably building a count here. Because he has to have the 30 rupees on the route he is.
Yep. Yeah, the record route, the traditional record route, early in the game, you gotta really be forcing bombs and rupees to make sure you get to your counts by the time you need to go buy the candle.
Yeah, it's a game of count and damage management, honestly.
Yeah, I'd say the number one, if you're just starting out on this game, the number one advice I'd give you is try to not get hit. Advice I can't even follow myself, but...
Not getting hit, and honestly doing... he's skipping the what?
Eunos is hopping into level 8 with the white sword, so... like I said, I'm just gonna stop pretending I know what he's doing.
Sure. Well, no, it actually, looking back, it makes sense from a route perspective, because now that heart is out of the way for where he wants to go. He's done 2, he's done 5.
Mm-hmm.
So getting Coast Heart, is no longer an option. And honestly, he may be doing a variation of the Crystal Savers.
He's just gonna death abuse there.
White sword only route.
He just wanted to get 3 hearts back. He took a lot of unfortunate damage in that first blue lagoon there.
He did, and this is to show what difference the rooms, how much more difficult they get. Sword versus sword, like magical sword, that room's cleared in about 10 seconds.
Maligord finally grabbing some bombs, so he's good.
With his bomb count still like this, I would still probably do 2 first. But Maligord so far has been doing the world record route.
Yeah, I mean, I just worry if he doesn't know alternate routes, he's not going to want to go off route from what he knows.
Yes, exactly. And I understand that feeling. Eunos!
Yeah, Eunos is...
playing with fire? Don't get...
getting a couple of drops there. Should be fine. He does have to fight a 4-headed Gleeok here, but he does also have the white sword. Normally you have the master sword, or the magic sword, excuse me. He's gonna grab a couple more hearts there from the Pole's voice.
Yep. One advantage of having, you can definitely get hearts off these guys, and probably 5 rupees. This fight, though, at 4 hearts is not fun.
Yeah, and that's instead of 8 hits, or what is it, 9 when you have the magic sword, or 8? I can't even remember. 1, 2, 3,
actually 7. I think it's 3 and then 1, 1, 1.
No, it's 2, 2, 2, I believe, isn't it?
2, 2, 2?
Yeah, it's 3, 2, 2, 2, yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, so he does pick up this heart. I'm wondering if he's going to be doing magical sword, if he's just going to stick with the white sword.
I was going to say this could be Saber's. I'm not familiar with Saber's route. I think you mentioned it earlier, his white sword route, which never gets the magic sword.
Yeah, Saber's sub 30 comes from strictly white sword route, believe it or not. Oh, the bomb drop! So you actually don't want to kill this guy, and the reason for that is because they're going to respawn when he gets back to that room.
Yeah, in that first Gibdo room, you generally want to kill just one of them.
He's going to do it again. He's going to do it again. The sneaky son of a... Monkey. He's gonna do it again.
Oh, the raft. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's gonna do the raft trick again.
This time he's a whole tile to the left of it. Nice. That was just really cool. And wait, that warped him. What?
It warped him to the grave to pick up a magical.
Why did that warp him to the grave?
Oh no, this is gonna completely break the game.
I am confused. I am so confused right now. Where did the other one warp him to? Now I'm
curious. The other one warped him to Northeast Shop, or Northwest Shop of 1.
That's what I thought. I thought it looked weird when it happened. So is it taking things from, like... That's not a second quest dungeon.
That's not a second quest location or anything. It's a
that's what I thought.
Not obviously random. It is not second quest 6. That is next to second quest 6, but it is not second quest 6.
I'm trying to think of even if it's adjacent to any warp spots, but I don't...
It's not.
Yeah, that's so weird. Like, especially first quest warp spots, that's nowhere near. 6 is the only level up here.
Yes, and even then, the game is programmed to still take you back to the original dungeon locations. In first quest, that's only a feature found in Randomizer.
I bet he's already tried to figure stuff out. I just wonder if that's just not applicable anywhere in the world record route, so this can't actually be a strat that, you know, helps save time, but certainly on this route it looks like it's a neat one, that's for sure. Yeah, this is... I am baffled. I don't even know what to say.
I don't claim to know what's going on anymore. Other than I think Eunos is probably not going to be able to use the warp set, but who knows? That's the thing, is who the heck knows with what Eunos is doing? Alright, Maligord is clearing out some darkness. He took a couple hits, really unfortunate hits, and I think he forgot a heart at Heart Rock.
Yeah, he is a heart short for being in this dungeon. Normally you have 7 on the world record route. Oh no, it's because he didn't kill Glee.
Oh yeah, that's right. Gleeok isn't dead yet.
Yep.
So...
Good job getting the room done, though.
Yes, that is an amazing clear.
Yeah, that's one of the hardest rooms in the game, for sure.
I doubt it too, but with the way Eunos is playing, who the heck knows?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think about 1 million people want to ask Eunos what the heck is going on with that warp once this race is over, so we'll see. He's got some splaining to do.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so the recorder, minus 17 screens from the intended warp. Interesting.
That is really weird.
Yeah, I agree.
Eunos is grabbing the power bracelet, and he's going to go back to the power bracelet warp spot, 1 screen left. This is very interesting.
Like 100% or anything?
Yeah,
does he know?
He's run that too, but he skipped the wand, so he can't be doing that. This is just absurd. I forget which levels he hasn't even done yet. He's going in such a weird route.
5.
Yeah, I guess he's got to do... Oh, yeah, right. He got the recorder, but didn't finish the level.
Yeah.
So we're both on the same level again. Both runners.
Okay, so that makes sense. It's 1 up, 1 left from where you're expected to land, so... That's why it worked when Mal... Okay, it makes sense now to me. It makes sense, but it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, this... I mean, it really... Even if this route isn't optimal or anything, it does go to show how much work Eunos puts in routing-wise in this game, and just, like, strats and stuff like that. Tinkering around with stuff.
Exactly. And Maligord is stabbing Mr. Mummy there, but he's going in with full bombs, which is exactly what he needed. He doesn't know these room layouts as well. He definitely has to have that key. You're not going to go anywhere else without that key, Maligord.
He might be looking for some hearts here, because... I mean, he's going to need 2 for it to really mean anything, because Dig Dogger does 2 full hearts of damage if he touches you.
Yeah.
Although, at least 1 will save him from any fireball deaths
Exactly.
here, but he doesn't get any from the Gibdos.
Gibdo, please. You can drop it.
Yeah, they can drop hearts. They're in the bomb dropping group, but there are some hearts in there.
Okay, so what he's going to have to do here is he's going to have to dodge the bunnies. The bunnies are cooperative. That's good. So what his main focus right here is he's got to just dodge the fireball. Because most of his time is going to be spent in the menu here. All he has to do really is just dodge the next fireball. Oh!
Yeah, I think I'm a little ahead of you because I already saw that.
Oh, that's
got the kill, and then that's the second time he's had a boss kill and death basically at the same time in this run. Unfortunately,
yeah, all he had to do there was if he dodged the fireball, he was in the clear, honestly.
Yep. Yeah, Dig Dogger, if you double bomb him, is free. He can't really do anything to you. You just drop that first bomb, switch the recorder, switch back to bombs after blowing the recorder, and then drop another one. You literally can't get hit by Dig Dogger, but that fireball, of course, was on its way in.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Eunos is in level 9.
Yeah,
I don't think we'll see any route deviations in here, but who knows?
It's so hard to tell. Like, Eunos has done... Eunos has completely floored us with this opening race here. And Maligord's actually making it back with his entire hearts.
Yeah, he should be fine this time, no problems.
Yeah, this is going to be a much different fight this time around.
Eunos. Little bit of trouble in the first breakfast room, but still really, really fast. I'm sorry, not breakfast room.
I was like, wait a minute,
whiz robe, whatever you want to call it. It's just whiz robes. It's just a magical room. No magical breakfast.
It's just a room of pain. How's that?
No one likes whiz robes.
No. No one likes whiz robes at all.
So we'll see. I think Maligord's going over to 7 now. I'm curious when he's going to actually go back to 4.
If I were Maligord, I would probably do 4 now.
Yeah, he does have plenty more hearts now, and it's right near 7. I guess he could just do it after 7. It's a little bit less, or a little bit more walking and such, but...
Yeah, it depends on how he feels about this.
Eunos does have a bomb to spare in here, but he's just going to sword these whiz robes down.
Yeah, I don't think this room's going to give him too much trouble here.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
He took a little damage, but...
Right. Bubbles are bubbles, how's that?
Yep. Yeah, that's one of the hardest rooms in this dungeon.
I would say this is probably one of... Like, could you imagine coming in here with, like, wood sword?
No. Yeah, I mean, you would need bombs. You would be required. Yes. That's it. So people always ask, like, why do you go out of the way to get all the in the magic sword? Doesn't that, like, waste a bunch of time that you could just, just not do all that stuff and finish the game with 5 hearts or whatever and the wood sword? But yeah, level 9 is a thing, so you can't really do that.
Yeah, exactly. And you can see if you mess up the screen scroll here, the Lionels don't like you.
Yep. That was a good world wrap there by Maligord.
Yes, that was really good.
From the very western side of the map onto the eastern side of the map. When you see that happens, I think the only place you can actually do that. You could do it on a few places on the western side, but you'll just end up in some water. Eunos just damage boosting, even though he's at 1.5 hearts. So.
Yep, and. Oh, I'm so
he doesn't
scared.
care. He doesn't care. Let's see.
I'll tell you one thing. Both players have done really well this run. Maligord's been sticking to this route. He's been executing it pretty well, considering the... Oh.
It's not an easy route. I used to love playing this game and running this game until I started doing 3 first.
No hippo fairy for you.
So...
Plot clip? How do they work? He was going for the King Hippo fairy, which is kill 7 enemies, kill Patrick, get a fairy. But that didn't work out for him because bubbles.
Yeah, so just don't get hit by anything in Ganon's room, and he's right. Otherwise, we're gonna go through 9 again.
Yep.
Looks like he should be okay, though. He's not getting a stun lock, but...
I think so. I think Maligord's trying to remember which way to go in 2 here.
Eunos with the... just barely... well, at least on his timer, barely sub 35. SRL time says 35:23, so that's...
Yes.
I don't know how to determine that, but... GG to Eunos.
GG indeed. Doctor. Eunos. I swear I just had like 3 heart attacks.
Alright, so I think, I'm trying to think, Maligord still has, I mean, he's got level 4, of course, but he just literally has to go kill the boss. And he, of course, still has...
yeah, I'll let you know.
7, 6, and 8?
Yes.
Before he goes to 9, so...
yeah, that's correct.
Oh no, he did 7, didn't he?
No, he did not.
No, he didn't. He just went straight to 2. Okay,
he's still on the route.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, good call. Eunos is throwing me off with his weird route. I'm like, he already... because Eunos did 7 earlier than I expected, so...
Eunos did everything, like...
yeah, he did a weird, very strange order.
I know why he did it. He was showing off that glitch to use its potential, and it's really awesome.
That was a pretty awesome... honestly, I noticed it the first warp, but I didn't even, like, my brain didn't notice that he didn't warp to a dungeon, so I didn't even say anything. Like, I was like, that looked weird, but I just went with it, because the raft thing was so cool. But that second one, I'm like, why is he in the graveyard?
It's like, that's not how this works.
So yeah, I am curious to know if that could be used anywhere. I mean, can't think of anywhere on the world record route where you use the recorder near a raft spot, though, right? Like,
we'll see if we can get
I guess you do warp to 4 at one point. You could warp to 4 and then warp out after, like, going down. I don't know. It looks like he's saying basically not saving any time on the world record route, half a second at most.
Yeah, for right now.
For now, yeah. We'll check back in a week when the game gets broken more.
Yeah, that's definitely something that has thrown everything off.
I'm still waiting for like a raft skip or something, dude. Or like meat skip.
Oh, yeah. Maligord's now going to tackle 4, which, he's got more than enough hearts to do it.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
This is not an easy screen scroll to do without a buffer. It really isn't. Eunos is in our channel.
We have a Eunos.
Hello?
Hello.
GG number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't really ready to... I didn't practice that route enough to do it without the magical sword, for one.
That was just all kinds of awesome.
I was wondering if you were going to attempt Saver's route, and I was like, he could with his hearts right now.
Yeah, I was practicing it, but I was like, oh man, I don't need to go through that trouble. We saw the warps. It was good enough.
Yeah, I was just saying, the first time you did the warp, I didn't even notice that it warped you to somewhere strange. Like, I kind of noticed, but I didn't notice at the same time. And then the second time, I was just like, wait, why is he in the graveyard? So that was definitely cool. I was really just reacting to the little neat raft thing that happened when you warped the first time. I thought that's what you were doing.
Yeah. That's what Justin noticed the most, was the fact that the raft sailed on its own. He's like, wait a minute.
I've never seen that animation before.
Yeah,
cool.
Pretty cool glitch. I've been working with recorder on it, or Rue slugs on the recorder all week, and really we haven't nailed down any route for Up+A that is particularly great. looked at some stuff, threw it in some sheets, came back bad. And
Yeah, like, and that's the part that really disappoints me the most with this right now is the fact that, you know, after looking at it, it's like, it's so neat to see, but
oh, it'll be in something. It'll be in something, but it might just it might not be an open A unless it's a white sword only route. I think there's just still more to look at that.
Yeah. Maligord here is fighting.
He's got to be careful here.
Maligord, run!
Like one more hit on Gleok, and he has one hit left.
Yep.
Come on. There we go. He got it.
Phew. Thank goodness. But I was when you started doing it, I was like, oh, that's the Rue Slugs thing that Rue was talking to me about.
I was not ready for it at all. I didn't. You had the stream display thing up, and I just lost it. That was amazing.
Fantastic. Well, we'll see what we can do with it.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll do some work on it.
Yeah. Still a really good race at 34:56 by your time, Mr. I Can't Done.
Forgot about it. Sorry.
2 deaths. The boomerang in the butt was unexpected.
You know, everything went wrong. That almost everything.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, okay, yeah, then I was like, oh, there's a boomerang going at Lake's butt.
He doesn't like it there.
Still overall a very good run for what you showed off.
Thanks for jumping in here. I knew you'd figure out what was going on.
Yeah,
I'm glad Dave was here because I had no idea.
I had an inkling of what was going on and what routes you were going to be taking after I saw what you were doing.
Yeah, I heard that.
Right now, Maligord's shopping, and he's hopefully going to be finishing up here 7, then 6, then to 9 on the traditional world record route.
He'll probably have to go to 8 in there somewhere too.
Maybe. You know, 8's a lie. Nobody needs level 8. Level 8 sucks.
We just do that, maybe? He's going to grab the ferry here for a quick refill. Level 7 has a lot of enemies that just take a single heart off every time they hit you.
Yes.
Boomerangs everywhere.
Yeah, level 7 is... there's a reason why on Eunos's splits is called body massage. And it's because you get hit by so many boomerangs in that dungeon. Yeah, it's really, 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 really combat heavy, and it's one of the most technically hardest to execute, in my opinion.
Yeah, you normally, it's tough to keep a count in level 7. You won't see too many people, except maybe in the back half. You won't see really people trying to force bombs early in 7 and stuff like that. You want to just enter here with... Generally, you want to enter with a full complement of 8 bombs. 7 is actually what's required to beat the level. Or I shouldn't say required, but if you want to kill Dig Dogger with 2 bombs, you're going to want to have at least 7 entering this dungeon.
Yes. The good news is he has enough money for arrow straps.
Yeah, he's got plenty of cash.
Bombs right here, or anywhere else in the dungeon. Everything in this dungeon will die to an arrow. So.
And you can also there's actually he already passed one of them, but there's a couple rooms where you can clear the room for a bomb drop if you need to.
Yes.
There's also a room with Dodongos in it, so there's just plenty of places to get bombs, but
yeah. The next spot that is a bomb drop room will be the room with 6 Gurias, and nothing in it but the 6 Gurias.
Interesting route there. He's going up and around with a couple of bombs.
I wonder if it's because he's a key short.
It could be. I actually didn't realize he was a key short.
He had to use a key in level 1 because he didn't have a bomb.
Yes, that's right. I remember.
So I imagine
that must be why he did it. Yeah, and he is going to need bombs, so we'll see what he does. He could end up getting some randoms here from these orange gorillas.
No. Oh, the boomerangs. Oh, ouch.
They hurt. He could clear this. So this room has a bomb drop if he clears it.
Yes.
Or he's going to use a key and go. There's a bomb drop in this room too. Or he's just going to nope out of there and do neither. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that. I think both of those rooms are bomb drops, as far as I know. But
oh, there goes the key he saved.
Yeah.
This dungeon is still completable.
I mean, there are keys he can get. It's not the end of the world. I mean, 6 has a key right at the beginning, as well as 8.
Yes. Well, he'll have to get the 1 out of 6.
Yeah, I mean, he needs a bomb right now, so he needs to go back and either kill one of those 2 rooms off to get a bomb drop. I'm not sure if he knows. He went into that Moldorm room like he knew it was a bomb dropping room, and then he noped out like maybe he.
Yeah, I forget that room is a bomb dropping room as well. When I'm
I think
running,
it is. I'm gonna go look at a map real quick because I'm pretty sure it is, but I kind of want to know.
He's not clearing this room. I don't know if he doesn't know that it's a bomb drop room or not.
Yeah, that's the Moldorm room and that Gorilla room are both bomb droppers.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to figure out where the bombs are.
Yeah, I think he probably just forgot which rooms have the drops. If he had 1 or 2 bombs left in this room, he could just easily force some.
Yeah, the red Gorilla
like he's doing now. Oh, and he got hit. He got hit as the bomb was supposed to drop on the Dodongo, which nullifies the drop. The first time that happened to me, I had no idea what happened. I was mad.
You just cry, honestly, because it's so painful.
Yeah, when you sword a Dodongo like that after smoking him, it is 100% guaranteed bomb drop, unless you sword him and then get hit before the drop is supposed to appear.
Okay, so this is where I would probably pull out my arrows.
Yeah.
And just shoot them down. And this is just, not being familiar enough with the game yet.
It's all little stuff you learn as you go.
Yeah, exactly. And as Maligord runs this game more, he'll pick up on more and more of these tricks and tips.
Alright, so he's got the 1 bomb he needs to get out of here. He's gonna maybe try to get another one. There we go.
Oh, very nice.
And a familiar boss. The only easy room in this level, really.
Yeah,
well, maybe.
Honestly, yeah, it really is the only easy room.
I was gonna say maybe the Gorilla and Bubble. I forget what kind of room it is because it's dark. I think it's a Chevy room. The one where you just kind of stab up and then go right.
Oh yeah, it's really about the only other one that's.
Yeah.
Other than that, this level just. I hate this level.
It's a sneaky, tough level because you go in there, it's not level 8, it's not level 9, it's not even level 6, but it's like gorillas are like sneaky difficult because they'll just there's like 5 of them in every room. They'll throw a boomerang at you when you're not ready for it, and before you know it, you're down to like 4 or 5 hearts, and then you still got half the dungeon to go.
Yeah, and you're like, what just happened? I got beat up.
Yep. There is the triple Dig Dogger does drop hearts and fairies sometimes, which is good, but
yeah, that is a good question. Does Maligord realize that he needs that key to the right? I imagine.
Well, as soon as he goes in 6, he's gonna realize it.
Yeah,
because there's a locked door on the left. So
yeah, exactly. His first instinct is gonna be go right anyways, rather than give up and come back.
Yeah, so there's a key, easily accessible. It's probably only 10 or 15 seconds to grab this one. You just gotta kill these orange whiz robes.
Yeah, exactly.
And the same type of situation in level 8 if he needs one. The room just to the right when you enter has a key in it. I believe that one's just on the floor, or maybe on an enemy.
Oh, that was an excellent clock grab time. Yeah, he beelined right there. He knew it was there. He's back on his key route now, because this is the last key you'll use. It takes you down to 0.
Yep. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, so he's back on his key route, which is good to see. I can't figure out if he's trying to build a count or if he's just hoping for like hearts and stuff in that room, or if he's just killing it to kill him.
Yeah, level 6 is generally regarded as, I don't want to say it's easy, because there's like 2 rooms that are really hard. He's in one of them right now.
Magical Breakfast Room 1.
Yep.
This room
Chasing that fairy.
It can wreck you so fast.
Yeah, as you just saw there, he took a little bit too much damage. He's good though, that fairy helped out.
Yeah, that was actually... Oh, the... Wizrobes are jerks.
Yeah, Red Wizrobe Beam does 4 full hearts of damage when you're Green Tunic. He's gonna grab that one. So there's 2 rooms that are like that. The rest of the room is pretty trivial for the most part.
Yes.
Unless you get stuff like that happening. Wow.
Ouch. Oh my goodness. Boy, this 6 is not going well. It's just being the complete opposite of... Yeah.
Yeah. Fortunately, the breakfast rooms do stay dead as long as you don't leave the dungeon, so you won't have to kill off that first room again.
Yeah, his spawns felt really off there.
I'm not sure why, though. The Belfry spawns right now were weird. That looked weird.
Yeah, his spawns are definitely off. That is not the normal pattern we're used to. One good thing though about not knowing your pattern.
Oh yeah, it's because he went to get the key.
Oh yeah, he had to go to the right. Thank you, Toaster.
Yeah, I don't know how we both forgot that.
Yeah, going to the right will mess up your spawns, and it's not a fun time when your spawns are off. So hopefully this time this room will be more cooperative. There it is. That's a lot better. Smart man avoiding bombs. He doesn't need
the clock drop one room early.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah,
Rough.
that's really unfortunate, but this room can go really fast if you're willing to use bombs.
Yeah, which using bombs there is not super risky. You do want to leave this dungeon with 8 bombs so you have your full complement for the end game, but there are places you can make them. Even like in this dungeon, we actually almost rely on random bomb drops in this dungeon a lot, because there's most of the enemies that you actually kill are random bomb dropping enemies. So like the first 5 Wizrobes he killed in that first room.
Yeah.
There's a couple rooms with only Vyres in it, which drop bombs, as well as all the other red Wizrobes you see. So generally, you will see at least 1 or 2 bomb drops in this dungeon, and you're good to go.
Yeah. And even in Magical Breakfast 2, I've gotten into where I can force bomb drops off the blue Wizrobes that come at you just by throwing bombs out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can build a count right before that easily, yeah. He's gonna have to be careful again. He's getting all these drops, but they're not hearts, they're bombs.
Oh.
He is gonna use a bomb there. Taking his time. Ooh. Try to dodge up instead of dodging down.
So one thing you can do in this room... Oh. Yeah, if he just kept going down, he may have been okay. One thing you can do in that room is hide in a like. Not the greatest idea, but you won't take damage, and you can take care of a few straggling enemies as they come near you.
I thought you were gonna say hide in the block in the middle, and I was gonna say that's probably
that's bad.
That's bad. That's a Dark Nuts room strat, not a Wizrobe room.
No. If you hide in a like, you can't be damaged.
Yep, exactly. Except for the initial damage you take from hiding in there, of course.
Yeah.
But then you only get 3 swings of your sword till that like is no longer protection.
Yeah, your like shield goes away after 3 swings, but it's still a option if your hearts are not low, but low enough to where you want to be able to clear a couple wizards, because blue wizards will generally come towards you. My goodness, this dungeon is just not being nice.
Yeah, I think he's gonna try to get a few more hearts this time before continuing.
Yeah.
You
He's
can
gonna
see
go to
he's
the right and see if he can't force a fairy here, I think.
yeah. Unfortunately, that wizard spawned right in his way when he walked into the room, so he
Well, his count was at
took
0.
damage to get
so it
damage.
doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, well that's true.
So his count's he's gonna try to get to 15 to force a fairy. Yeah, free bomb. Yay.
No, he's gonna skip the fairy.
Oh, yeah, he's too hot. Oh, no, wait. Oh, yeah, he's off by 1, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he was at 15. So fairies drop at 16 on the consecutive counter, but not every 16. Once you get a fairy, it will never give you another one until you get hit and everything gets reset. But yeah, the way the fairy drop works, actually, there's a lot of things that kind of play into that. Kind of interesting mechanic.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Eunos, this is the only game, Zelda game, that spawns you with low health after a death.
Yep. It's brutal. Spawning in with 3 hearts in any of these last 3 dungeons, I mean, level 8 and 9 especially, if you die in there and then have, you know, it's just brutal.
Okay, good start, good start.
Alright, the door strats are good, but he needs to get further in that door if he's going to stand there.
Yeah, so interesting about how the doors work in this game. You can definitely do door strats in this game. But where he is right now is not safe.
Yeah, most enemies will not bother you where he was standing in the door, but blue wizrobes will just go right in the door. They don't care. They will just walk right in there and touch you.
Yeah.
You gotta really, like, hide Link. He has to be pretty much invisible in the door,
Yeah,
like,
he has
all the
to
way
be
in.
close to the next screen. It's not that way on the right side.
Oh, really? I didn't know it was different on left or right.
Yeah, the right side, they have a bit more difficult time getting to you than they do the left side.
Alright, looks like he's doing a little... That was a good belfry that time, that bat room.
Yeah, that was much better.
He's got 5 hearts to work with this time, so far. Let's see if he gets a few more, maybe. Yes, Steven in chat there. Low percent is the only category where a death actually will be beneficial generally because you get your beams back.
Alright. Oh, good start. Okay, yeah, just use your bombs here. Like, just go nuts with bombs.
Ooh, he's got to be careful now. Alright, he's still got a hit he can spare from a blue.
Yep.
And
okay, no longer.
Whoop.
There you go.
Good. Nothing wrong with using... Ooh.
So,
yeah, so the trick for the wizrobes is to actually, you don't want to stand right in their path. If you stand 1 tile or half tile below them, you can still hit them, but they won't fire at you.
Yeah.
And that also works vertically, either to the left or the right of them by a half tile. I believe they'll not fire at you.
Yeah, and you can stand horizontally to the right half tile and not get hit by a beam on oranges.
Yeah, oranges, for me, are just, if you see them appear and they're not near you, just don't get in their path. If they're near you, just kill them, because they're 1 hit.
That is true. That is very, very true.
I never even try to mess with, like, if I'm a half tile away from an orange wizard, I still feel like it's going to hit me. And you don't want to get hit by those.
Well, playing enough randomizer, I at least know where I can stand comfortably with wizrobes now. Because randomizer has this wonderful ability to spit out 14 hit blue wizrobes.
8 of them in a room or something too,
Uh-huh.
maybe? Yeah, it's always fun.
It's not fun. The one thing he can do here that he has not done, and I don't know if he knows that he can do in this room, you can clear out a few enemies, leave, and come back in, and that will lock the room in.
Yep. And I believe it'll, like, if he kills the orange Wizrobes and then leaves and comes back, will some of the remaining enemies turn into oranges? Does that happen in this dungeon?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It's based on their spawn order.
Yes. Which I don't know enough detail about. The details about this game and the speedrun are like, you know, the 7 layers of hell. They're so deep. It just goes so deep.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know everything I should, but... Yeah, he could do that, which would obviously get rid of blue Wizrobes and make red Wizrobes or orange Wizrobes, which are much easier.
I can't remember the spawn order exactly for that room, but I do know it changes.
Yeah.
To the favor of the player. Yeah, and I'm hoping he'll utilize that here soon if it keeps going this way.
Yeah, that room he just went down through. He actually could just walk straight through and be a little safer. That Wizrobe beam got him last time.
Yeah. It's so true, Fisk. It's 30 plus years later, we're still learning about this game.
Yeah.
Alright, well, one of the key problems in this room is gone now, and that's the blues.
Alright, yeah, here we go. He's got this time. As long as he doesn't accidentally walk into a red Wizrobe beam, he is good to go.
Yep. Okay, he's fine now. He's got this. Yeah, the blue Wizrobes really make that room probably the hardest. And it's just because of their teleportation around.
Yeah, ideally you want to try to get them right as you enter, because they're usually right at the front of the room. If you're quick enough and nifty with the sword, you can kind of just take them both out real quick and then move on to the rest of the stuff.
Yep.
The rest of this dungeon's pretty trivial. There is one more Wizrobe room, but you don't have to kill any of them. You just walk through it. And then you got Goma. So ideally, even if you make it out of that second breakfast room with half a heart, you should be able to beat the dungeon. Of course, he just took a little damage there, but he's fine.
2 versus 4. Red Wizrobes deal 4 damage. Blues deal 2 no matter what.
Yeah, 2 for the body or the beam for blues. Reds, if you hit them, if you body them, it's actually only 1 heart of damage, but their beams are brutal. Alright, so we're gonna whistle out of here.
It's going to be probably the hardest one. It's not the hardest. This one goes by very fast, but it's very intense.
Yeah, level 8. Probably one of the shortest levels.
I think it is the shortest level.
Yeah, I think it is the shortest, at least when we do it this late in the run. You know, if you're doing low percent, it's not the shortest, but I don't know where he's going now. Maybe grabbing a potion? Yep. I think he's probably grabbing a potion. Yeah. Yeah, so this is, I was actually thinking of doing this in my races before 8 instead of before 9, but I think it's just too far out of the way. It's not too bad. Obviously, he only walked about 4 screens, I think, to get to that. He's going to grab the potion and then just walk right back to 8.
And it's because level 8 can really go bad really fast.
Yeah, and if you die, of course, starting with 3 hearts is no fun in that. It's way worse in that dungeon than in Dungeon 6, I think.
Yeah.
Again, though, there's really only 2 rooms that are troublesome in 8. I guess you could count the boss room as well,
yeah,
depending if you have low health when you get there.
They are a massive pain.
Yeah. So we'll see soon. We call them the Blue Lagoons.
Yeah, and they're called Blue Lagoons. Please.
Yeah, Manhandler's just trying to get a little frisky there.
You do want to sort of watch your bomb conservation here. I do like the aggressiveness of that bomb placement, though.
Yeah, I think he didn't enter with 8 anyway, so I think he's just probably not going to care. He's probably just going to try to get a bomb drop after the level.
Yeah.
But yeah, all these fireballs coupled with the Dark Nuts that do 2 hearts of damage when they touch you.
Yeah, and they really do beat you up like every direction you go.
It really, the fireballs too, like when I'm in that room, I can't even fireballs. I'm trying to look at the dark nuts, and I'm just getting sniped. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but this is why you got the potion, because this room right here, this room is probably one of the more annoying rooms in the game.
Yep, he's gonna use it up here. Red potion, you get two uses, so hopefully he'll be able to save that second use for level 9.
Yeah, and
Should be good.
If he can't, there is another potion he can get.
That's true, yeah, there's the one south of 1.
Yeah, BT's race potion.
That bomb
Also,
he just placed
there
actually
was, even though the dark nuts got hit by the bomb, because of how Link was facing when that bomb was placed, they didn't take damage.
Yeah, it looked like they did, but they are facing. If they are facing the direction opposite the bomb was placed, yeah, exactly. So if Link places it while he's facing the dark nut, and it'll look like it hits him, but it doesn't actually do damage.
No, unfortunately, it does not. It's the bunnies, help!
Bunnies must die. Alright, so
this is the strat in this room is just go in, like, it's easier just to go in and mash A now than it is to try to run around the room.
Oh yeah, got bomb suction there. Those bomb holes are they almost kind of suck you in, like if you get too close to it.
Yeah, they do.
It's weird to explain. Like you can't just walk up to that tile and stop. It'll just
you have to be mindful of your positioning near a bomb hole like that.
Yeah. Sometimes an enemy will even knock you just right back into one, which is annoying. Sets all the damage you've done already in the room.
Exactly. So, Maligord is on his way to 9 with a blue potion. He's going to whistle back to 1. It probably would make sense to pick up the ring. Or not the ring, the second potion as a safety.
Yeah, he might do that. He might also... wondering if he'll just save it in case he does. Well, if he dies in there, he's not going to want to come all the way back here, I guess, but...
Yeah, exactly. So he's going to try to force a count here.
Yeah, he does need bombs, for sure. In fact, he needs probably 2 more bomb drops to be comfortable, at least by the time the game ends.
Yeah. Yeah, as Eunos is pointing out, 1 frame into that hole, and guess what? You're going through that hole.
Yep.
Even when Link should not go through that hole, Link will go through that hole. For whatever reason, the game sets that as a higher priority than Link's movement and sword swing. Oh, a clock. Okay, so he does know his drops. Does he get a bomb? Oh, nice. That was nice. That's a good knowledge of the...
Yeah, that's exactly. If you see that clock, that should be your tell. Like, okay, how many more enemies do I kill that chance at a bomb? He wasn't guaranteed that bomb. I don't remember what the percentage chance of enemies actually dropping an item is.
Yeah, I think in this group it's like 40.
Okay. So almost a 50-50 chance there that he was going to get something, but...
Yeah, exactly.
But just to know that you have the chance, because if you don't know what global you're on...
Beautiful.
Yeah, nice. He forces another one there.
Yeah,
good to go.
He's entering with about as good as he can get here.
Only thing you should have done is bomb the door before he grabbed the drop, but that's okay.
Yeah. But that'll come with experience and running the game more.
Yeah, so he's got all the bombs he needs, plus a few to spare, which will be good for that reverse C room.
Yep. Ah, the like gave him the
yeah, right as he killed it, unfortunately. There go the beams. Maybe he'll get... Well, I guess there's nothing that's going to be dropping hearts in the near future, so never mind. He also could, if he wants to refill his bomb, kill the first Patra, which is basically trivial.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's saving, trying to... hello, like.
Hate those likes.
I definitely, this is not bad for not really knowing this game at all.
Yeah, no, he's pushing through here.
Like, this game is hard enough to run when you know this game.
It's the wrong game for that time, but... Oh, the
Patra skips.
Stab to get through Patra.
You still there, Justin?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
All right, so he's going to the next room. This is the first magical room. This room can really suck.
Yeah, 3 blue wizrobes in here.
So
Along with the 2 reds that he already killed. Doing good, taking his time. There we go.
Welcome back.
Did I like drop out on your end or
Yeah,
something?
you dropped out on everybody.
That's weird because I could still hear you the whole time and I was still in the Discord channel. I'm looking at it right now.
That's okay. You're back.
Oh, they could hear me.
They can hear you? Okay, interesting.
Must have been your
Just
Discord dropping me for some reason, yeah.
Well, if you remember, DSR had issues with
That's
Discord.
true, yeah. Right before the race.
Alright, so this is Patcher 2. Patcher 2 can be not nice.
Yeah, looks like he just wants to get rid of Patra 2 because we will reconvene with this room later.
Somebody who's not experienced with the game.
Yeah, this is one of those rooms. I mean, Patras do 2 hearts of damage. Pretty much a lot of the stuff in this dungeon just does a ton of damage to you, so...
Well, it is the last level.
Yeah, clipping through this guy is not the safest thing to do, and then on the way back, getting through the door to the north without taking damage is like impossible, unless...
Yeah.
I mean, it's not impossible. It can happen, but it's extremely unlikely.
Yeah, it's very difficult.
Yeah.
You know, when you clip through them the second time, you expect to take 1 or 2 hits.
Yeah, most runners will just, if they have enough health, they're just going to go there, save the time instead of killing him, and just take the 2 damage. Alright, here's our reverse serum. He has only 1 bomb. If he wants to use it, he does. Unfortunately, it only killed the orange wizrobe.
Yeah, it's okay, though.
Yeah, he's got a good pattern here. Bubbles are leaving him alone.
Yeah, the bubbles are actually leaving him alone quite well.
Good work here on the Wizzies. Good job.
Yeah, this was a good reverse serum. The bubbles really didn't interfere with anything he was trying to do.
Yeah, I mean, that room is completely the opposite of what you just saw. If, like, all 3 bubbles go to the middle while you're trying to fight stuff, it's just, you know, Link's getting knocked around like bumper cars in there, and can't use your sword. You need to have 2 bombs leaving that room, because he needs to bomb 2 more walls, so...
Yeah, currently he cannot use any more bombs.
Yeah. There is always a chance at a lucky drop, but he doesn't really need them. If he gets them, I'm sure he'd use them, but... Yeah, this room, you normally will see a reverse block clip.
Yes.
But if you don't do it right away, it can be tricky,
Yeah,
so...
you get stuck. Oh no!
Oh, I was gonna say you might want to use the poke down to 2 hearts.
Yeah.
That's rough. Alright, let's see if he decides to whistle to a fairy or just go with it. Or he's just gonna... He's deciding. He's deciding. He's gonna potion.
Yeah, this is why I said the potion... If you go pick up the potion at 1, you lose 1 potion charge, but... You know, 2 potions is usually enough to carry you through.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why he re-entered.
I think he was thinking of whistling back to 1 to get the other. Decided against it. That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah, that would be my guess too. But
once he saw the Lionel swords coming at him, just get out.
Yeah, this is one of those deals where once you use a potion in here, you generally don't want to leave just because this dungeon is so much more of a pain.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, if he didn't leave, some of those rooms would have stayed emptied, correct?
Yeah, the Patcher room will stay. Well, which room? I think the only one that actually matters was the Patcher room, but it's going to stay dead anyways because Patcher's a boss.
Hmm.
Every other
yeah, and the Wizrobe room not.
No bubble.
Yeah, those come back, so he's gonna have to fight those guys again.
Yeah. So I don't think it... Oh, there's the jerk beam!
Yeah.
Oh, what a good dodge.
No one likes that. No, it was a good dodge. Takes some reaction time to dodge that one.
Yeah, it does. He can kill this Patcher here for bombs. Should he so choose so.
Nope. He just goes with it. Yeah, the Patchers with the tight pattern like that, if you just wait... Do that, you know, triple expanding thing and then just go right up to him and start spamming your sword, it's pretty easy to kill them.
Yeah. The biggest problem in that room is when Patcher decides he's gonna go left on you.
Yep.
Because number one, you don't have anywhere else to go.
Yeah, the
number
best
two-
you can do is just leave the room, really, but...
Yeah, magical shield cannot protect you from projectiles from bosses. It can protect you from every other projectile, just not bosses. He has to return to the diamond staircase. That's a good forest fairy there.
Yep, that was nice. Gets his beams back. Yeah, that's true. He does have to go back to that... I was going to say, he doesn't have to go into the reverse C room, so at least he already got
has to
that,
go
but...
back into the diamond. And
Yeah, so...
I think he's trying to save his count right here.
Ooh,
very
lucky
nice.
bomb.
Okay. Well, he doesn't have to go in there.
Yeah.
You don't have to clear this room again. You've got it all. Oh no, no, you don't have to be in here.
Why is he doing this? Run! Run for your life!
You died in the other room.
Yeah, maybe he just forgot that he didn't...
Yeah, I mean,
he
this
forgot he has
is a
the
typical
arrows.
death room, honestly. So...
I think he
Or
forgot
did
he had
forget
the
got
arrows.
silvers already.
Yeah, I think he would just...
Oh no,
Actually
he's gonna look
forgot.
at the menu and be upset at
Yeah,
this.
now he's remembering. That's okay. Just get that... Ooh, I was gonna say do the reverse flip, but that orange whiz robe spawned right there.
Yeah, it did. So what he can do here is, because of how the blocks in the middle of this room are... Oh,
Damn. Yeah, it's a tough room if you don't know how to do the reverse block clip fast.
yeah, it is.
Because they just
Okay, so
start
now it makes
flipping
sense
everywhere.
to get the potion here. Just whistle back to 1 and go pick up the BT potion.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's just gonna get the fairy. Is he gonna fairy first and then get the potion?
That's what I would assume.
Yeah, that makes the most sense actually. So if this was a Up+A tournament, there's a neat little trick you can do with the fairy, and that is Up+A from the fairy puts you back at start, and you'll keep your refill.
Yeah, unfortunately we can't up-A here.
No.
But it is a neat trick.
Oh, it is. It's a lot of fun to do, and just be like, oh hey, I can move after instead of waiting for
Yep.
my hearts to refill.
Oh, he's
Okay.
not
Going
he's
for the
not using the
potion.
potion. The potion is just one screen south of 1. You do have to go, you know, right, south, then left. Why did I say half directions and half? I don't even know what. Right, south, left. Okay.
Right, south, left. While you're at it, would you like to go in a circle? He's hoping for a heart here, I think, and he does get it.
Oh, nice. I was like, what is he doing? Waiting for the P-hat to... I always forget you can kill P-hats, to be honest, because you have to wait for them to stop moving. But that was good. You got the heart. Beams back. Let's take 3 here, see if you can do this. He should be able to, now that he remembers he does not have to go back to,
Yeah,
the silver arrows.
Now he just has to go back to that one room, and he can just
Yeah, I was gonna say he still has to go back to the diamond room, right?
yes,
He-
he still
yeah,
has to
you
go
got
back
in
to the
there
diamond
again.
room, but he doesn't have to deal with the reverse C room anymore, and all he has to do is clear the diamond room out. Yeah, the clipping is hard. Reverse clipping takes a bit to get used to. I would recommend you save state and practice it until you're familiar enough with it.
Yeah, I think the act of doing the block clip is pretty easy, but since the reverse one has such a terrible visual cue, like you don't know if you're on the right pixel
Yeah.
and whatnot. I mean, doing it fast is one thing, but just doing the block clip is not hard. You get like 12 frames of sword buffer to really just do it.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of time to do it. It's just a matter of
Yeah, that room you're just getting, you know, breathed on by all these whiz robes. That's the only place in the run you do a reverse clip, really, you know, at least a planned one. So
Yeah, exactly.
Doing good with the beams here, though. I like these strats. There they
Okay.
go. As I said
It's
something.
okay. Commentators first.
Yeah, you got it though. Good room.
Yeah, it's still a very good room. He can get a heart container. Sure, a heart off of off of the Zols here, which is what he's going to be looking for. Clock, nope. Clock
Bunch of
is
money.
still bad. If you don't have a power pack for the console, then oh no, he's got to.
Oh no, he's not going back.
You gotta go back, reverse, abort. No.
I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't care at this point. He's already lost the race, so he probably just doesn't. He probably just wants to go beat the game.
Yeah, and I don't blame him. I mean,
yeah, but technically, if this was a race that he was still in line to win, that would actually, I believe, disqualify him because he does have to go back to the room he died in.
yeah. Oh, this room's beating him up here, unfortunately.
Oh. Yeah, he shouldn't be bomb chasing. He's already got 7. Just drop him. I mean, he can just use bombs if he wants. Yeah.
Yeah, he can.
Ooh.
Oh, and there's a dot forfeit. Oh,
Darn.
That's a very good swing. It really was.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before this race started, this is a hard game to beat, especially with the green tunic. I mean, I give him a lot of props for doing the world record route in a race when you're not very experienced at the game. Like, I don't even think I'm going to do the record route in my races, and I've been playing this game for like 2 years, or running at least.
I actually have to go get ready for my race.
Oh, is that tonight?
Yes, that is tonight in a half hour.
Half an hour.
So we'll be going right over to Mega Man 1. Thank you all for having us here this evening.
Yeah.
And enjoy Mega Man 1, everyone. Have a great evening.
Take it easy.